Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I am at my parents' house and I am putting together a kind of like a china cabinet for them to replace this. So let's get right into the video. Alright, we are on step one. Step one is to screw in I and J into 3, 4, and 5. So this is boards 3, 4, and 5. 3 needs J. And you're going to use screws H to screw these in. Okay, so that's 3 and H. Now we're going to do 5 and I. So I is on here. Okay, so I just want to say at this part, do you see how I have the screwdriver at an angle instead of straight up and down? This caused problems later because the screw wasn't flushed with this is the drawer track. So it wasn't flushed with it and it had kind of like a piece of the screw sticking up a little bit. And this caused me having to take this out after I was already done and having to re-screw it in as flat as I could. So make sure when you screw it in straight up and down so it drills straight through and lays flush. Okay. This part is going to be confusing, so I'm going to show you. So it says 3, 5, and 4 and 4, but 4 is only one board. And 4, you put it on 2 sides. So this is board 4, and this is board 5. You see how board 5 has this? You're going to have to get the same one and put it on board 4 on the correct side. So the correct side would be this side, like that. So when you stand the two boards up together, they mirror each other like this. You see, this one will be here, and this one would have the same thing right here. And then you do the same thing for the other side. The main thing is to line up the crack. Main thing is to line up that crack to each other. Then you flip it over and put the same one as board 3 on the opposite side. I just want to make sure it's not upside down. Yeah, but I got a microphone on it so you can't hear. That was only step 1. I'm sweating. We're on step 2, and we need A and B pieces which is going to be on this big thing right here. Okay. So we're going to put it up like this. Stay. We're going to put it up like that. You're going to take the holes that are an 8 and slide it into the locks we just did. Using these little locks, you stick them in the hole here. With the sign facing out and down. There's an arrow on the plus at the top. You want to face that outward. And then you just slide this in. And then you take the screwdriver. I'm gonna have to do this like this. And screw them till they're tightened, till they lock. And the board should stiffen. And we're gonna just do the same thing for this one. Take a number 8 board, add the locks facing outward. Add the board to here. And then twist until they become stiff. And then that's good. I believe it's supposed to be 3 pieces per side, so we're missing a board. I guess this is for the drawer to sit on. That's what it's looking like. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to do that for the opposite side. Okay, so this is how it's looking. And now we're going to put 3 pieces, 3 and 5 on here. So 3 will go over there and 5 will go over here. But first you just need to put the same pieces, the same little screws on here so that they can lock onto the middle. We're going to put this board over here now. So first we need to put the locking pieces on here. Some of those. Make sure all the arrows are pointing out. And just bring these together. Start from the bottom, at the top. Now we're here. Then we're going to tighten. Boom, boom. Other side. Okay, so the next step is to take step G, and I believe I need to flip this upside down. And then put G on top of this. Let's see. And how I do that is by D. Where's D? D is the dowels. So we're just going to put a bunch of dowels everywhere, I guess. Dowel here. Dowel here. Dowel here. Dowel here. Dowel here. And a dowel here. And then we're going to use G to screw this all in. Going like this. We're going like this with the groove inward and lined up with other ones. Guess we just find the dowels and stick it in. And then use the G screws. I do have an electric screwdriver, but I just love using a hand one, even though my hand doesn't love it. There's these little, I think these are hexagon holes, or these octagons, 2, 4, 6 hexagon holes. Don't drill them in those, drill them right beside it. Okay, done. And step 6 is to take the number 11s, which I'm guessing is all of these, and put them in little hexagon holes. Okay, we're done with that step. And now we're going to need to flip it over. So I recommend getting 2 people to do this. But, you know, big dog. I don't need no 2 people. Boom. So I'm guessing the next step is to put 15s in the back. 15. So just slide number 15 down here into the grooves. All the way into the groove at the back. I don't know if I want the... Okay, and now we need number 1, which is the butcher block, to be at the top. Block on. No. Let's put the butcher block upside down for a second, and then get our little locker pieces, 2, 4, 6. 2 down here, 2 here, and 2 here. And then we're going to screw those in. So now that they're in, we're going to flip them over, put the locking part inside, and lock these in. Make sure the groove is in the back. Make sure the groove is in the back. And we kind of just maneuver everything in. And then we got to make sure to twist and lock these in. So step 9, we're just taking these tiny little pieces and making shells for ourselves. And then there are little grooves. You just slide them into the groove. Boom. We're gonna push this back a bit. And then next, step 10. D into panel 14. Let's find 14. A, B, D, and G. So, where does D go? D goes in this hole. I think I'm gonna just mimic, because there's two 14s. I don't know. 12. This is 16. 16 meets the little walker piece. What you do for one, you do for the other. Where you're doing step 10. For board 16, make sure the locking part is facing away from the groove. And then we're going to take 12 and do the same thing on this side. Then we're going to do the same for that drawer. Okay, so step 10 is done. And I did that 2 times, like it said. Number 7. I'll slide right into here. I don't think it matters which side. There we go. And then we're going to find number 9. These are the only boards left, so gotta be number 9. And these are going to lock in place on top. Start with the dowel. Uh-oh. Ruh-roh. So don't do what I did. They need to go down. Which I don't think it does matter, because how else am I supposed to screw it in and tighten it? So number 16 is backwards. So we're just going to swap these for each other. Oh, I don't need to swap. I just need to go like this. I do need a switch. Okay, our first tip. I'm gonna put this ahead so you guys can see it, but for 16, when you're doing step 10, for board 16, make sure the locking part is facing away from the groove, so outward, so that now when we put in 7, it's not blocking it and we can actually lock it in. Okay, now back to step 11. We slid board 7 in, and now we're going to lock board 9 in. Be all gone. Okay, so you should not have any more D or G's at this point. If you do, you forgot a screw somewhere. The dowels, I don't think really matter, just to keep them stable. Uh-oh, there's more. B-A. We need some more. And I think we're going to use the last bit of the A's. No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, we're going to use the last bit of the A's. 2 over here, 2 over here, 2 over here, and 2 over here. I'm just going to, so I got them all in, and we're going to go ahead, add the locking pieces. We are just locking these in. Do the same for this one. Step 12 is just to screw these black handles on using screws K. The next part, we're going to be putting the tracks on the side of the drawer. You just want to make sure the drawers are lined up perfectly by sticking them in first. And then we're going to drill them to the drawer after we get them lined up. So for step 12, there are no holes. I've checked every inch inside and out just in case I put them on incorrectly. There is no holes to screw H into 12 and 13. So I'm guessing I'm going to make a hole and I'm going to go get a drill. Even though in the instructions, I don't believe it said you need a drill. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to just drill it. Again, I don't know if this is right yet, so keep watching. But there are definitely no holes inside of this. So we're going to make them. Okay, so I had to use this drill to drill some holes to make step 12 work. And I got the drawers in. And now we got to do all the doors, which should only be 4. Let's go ahead and get those. This is what you should have left. L and H are the screws are H. The hinges are L. And that's all the material you should have left. We are on the last step, step 15, putting on all the doors. It's only 4 doors. Oh, let's just get into this. I'll at least show you one. So it comes out like this. You want to lock it in place and then stick this groove inside of the circle. Inside of the circle. And then turn it until it's flush with the holes. And then just screw it in. Pretty easy. Okay, so I got them all in. This way. Now all I gotta do is screw them into this way. And then we'll be done. And it is all done. There is a slight gap. I don't know if that's something I did, but there is a slight gap in these. But this is the final look from the side. And the back of it. A nice butcher top. Two drawers. And that's the end. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you in the next video.